I'm Miss McKenzie. I'm the Academy Director here at True Dancing Company. And with me today is one of our dancers, Hayes. Can you wave? And we're going to be demonstrating how to do your dancer's hair and makeup for TDC's Recital. For the hair and makeup products, you do not have to use the same exact brands that I am using. If you have a different brand in a similar color that you already use at home, that is perfect. It doesn't have to be the exact same thing that I'm using. We're going to start with hair, and I will show you the supplies that you need. First of all, you need a regular brush to get all the tangles out of their hair. You're also going to need what's called a Boar bristle brush. It's one of these soft brushes. You'll need some maximum hold hairspray. You will need a rubber band that matches your dancer's hair color. Some bobby pins. I prefer bobby pins as opposed to hair pins, which are the U-shaped pins. These ones just hold a little bit tighter in my opinion. So they look like this. And then you will also need some hair nets. You can get these at either of the dance shops, Dancewares or Bobby's here in Lincoln. And they look like this. You'll want the color that matches your dancer's hair. And we will get started. So I've already brushed out Hayes' hair so that there's no tangles, but that is your first step. Also, I'm going to tell you that there are multiple different styles of hair for depending on which dance your dancer is in. I'm going to be demonstrating just a high bun slicked back for Hayes because that's what most of our dances require. If your dance requires a side part, it might be a side ponytail or side bun, or maybe two buns on top. There's lots of different styles. You're going to use the same steps that I'm doing, but just you'll style it a little bit differently, but you'll still use all the same things. So here we go. I'm going to turn you a little bit. The first thing that you're going to need to do is get the hair where you want it on your dancer's head. I'll take the brush. So like I said, the style that I'm doing on Hayes today is a high center bun. And so I'm going to get it up on top of her head. I'm going to follow her cheekbone to the crown of her head. So we don't want it too far forward and not too far back. Just resting right on the crown. Okay, so I have Hayes' hair following her cheekbone straight up to the crown of her head. I'm just holding it. I haven't secured it yet. Now you're going to take your hairspray and work in sections. You're going to wet the hair with the hairspray and then use the Boar bristle brush to flatten out all of these little wispies. You might want to close your eyes. Ooh. And then hold my hairspray. You can open your eyes when I'm not spraying. And see how that just slicks all of those little wispies back? That's exactly what we want to do. And work section by section. Otherwise your hairspray will dry before you get to it with the bristle brush. All right. So I've got everything sprayed and slicked back into the ponytail. Now I'm going to take my rubber band and put it around and secure it. Now a lot of times when you do this step, more bumps kind of form. So you're going to take the brush and push them back towards the ponytail. You might have to re-wet the hair with hairspray. So now all those little bumps are going to end up underneath her bun, and so we won't see them. If your dancer's bumps are really big, you might want to pull the ponytail out, brush them back into the pony, and put the pony back in, and repeat this step until you just have little bumps back here by the rubber band. All right, we are ready to start the bun now. You're going to need your hairnet. Make sure you've opened it up so it's easy to grab when you're ready for it. Will you hold the hairnet, Hayes? And then grab your bobby pins as well, so those are handy. All right, now Hayes has a pretty good amount of hair. It's a little bit thin, so I'm going to rat it a little bit. If your dancer has really thick hair, skip this step. We don't want to make their bun too big. And if their hair is really thin, then really rat it up, tease it, channel your inner 70s, 80s hairstyles and really get that hair big so we can shape it into a nice bun. All right, so you can see she looks a little crazy now, but we are gonna tuck all of this in to make a really nice bun. So take those ends and just kind of wrap them around. You might have to do this 2 or 3 times until the hair cooperates and makes that really nice bun donut shaped circle. There we go. So once you have kind of the general shape and size that you want, you're gonna take your hairnet, open it up like this. You're gonna put it over the bun, and then you're gonna twist it, go over the bun again. Keep it tight so it's not lumpy. If you can go a 3rd time, great. If not, you're gonna take the extra part of the hairnet, and you're going to twist it like this, and then just tuck it under the bun so that everything that you can see is nice and tight. Now, once it's in the hairnet, you can play with the shape again, and the bobby pins will help with this step as well. So, Hayes, will you grab the bobby pins? They're on your other side. Good job. And hand them to me one at a time. Perfect. So you'll take your bobby pin, you're gonna catch some of the hairnet, and I always aim my bobby pins into the rubber band, and that helps keep them nice and snug inside the bun. You're gonna go every like 1/2 inch, maybe even 1/4 inch around, so that we get this really secure. There's nothing worse than a kiddo's hair falling out on stage. It's very distracting for them, and we want this to be a really good experience. So we want to make sure that that bun stays in their head. And if you see a spot on the hairnet that has kind of crept up to where you can really see that line, just pull it back down and stick it under the bun so that we can't see that ugly edge of the hairnet. Perfect. All right, so this is the finished product. You can tell I followed her cheekbone, look at me. I followed her cheekbone right up to the crown of her head and then kind of centered it up there. You can see just the edge of it, look up just a little bit more, just the edge of it over her head. We don't want it completely on top of their head. We also don't want it to stick up. You can see how I kind of flattened it a little bit to make more of like a mushroom top shape instead of a full like round donut shape. And then of course you're going to put your costume's hairpiece on. I believe most of the costumes say that the hairpiece should go on the dancer's right. So that's going to be kind of diagonal on the right side of their hair. We don't want it completely on the side, but also not completely on top. So it'll go just like that. I'll spin her around so you can see all sides. And that is how you do their hair. You can also finish it with a little bit of hairspray so that nothing falls out. Like I said, the worst thing that can happen is their hair fall out on stage. Perfect. All right, here is a close-up of Hayes' finished hair. You can see those hairpins every couple centimeters. And all the bumps are pushed as close to the bun as I could get them. If you have any questions about your dancer's hair or makeup, please feel free to email the studio. It's tdc@truedancelincoln.com. We look forward to seeing your dancers all dolled up and looking like professional ballerinas on picture day, for dress rehearsal, and for recital, which is coming up soon. Thank you so much for watching.